Black and red filled up the whole world. Dirty air circled around in the sky. The temperature increased rapidly and the dark red lava flowed out from the ground. Suddenly a gleam of purple light lit up unexpectedly in mid-air. It suspended there, then slowly spread to two sides and formed a door. Two figures hand in hand appeared in this world of black and red. A young man covered with crystal white armor, wearing a crown decorated with 9 diamonds, looked dazzling. Once he appeared, the crystal white light easily blocked the dirty aura in this black and red world. The woman next him appeared even more strange. She was so pretty and her long hair waved, suspending in the air. A fresh aura of purification rushed out from her body, which purified the dirty aura around her within 1 meter range. Finally, we found the place with Hao Yu's blood trace. The man in the armor was Longhaochen and the woman next to him was Kia. Kia said gently, "Haochen, don't be in a hurry. Act according to Hao Yu's message. If he was reincarnated, he should be somewhere in this world." Longhaochen nodded and said, "Hao Yu will reincarnate for sure. The rune of seal he left behind did not only increase my practice level over 999,999 points of spiritual power and fixed my level, but also it told me that he would reincarnate. If I'm not mistaken, the rune he dropped on me was to tell me to put a seal on him in his next life. Even if Austin Griffin had left a bit of the soul of ruin in Hao Yu's body, as long as I can seal its practice level, he will not grow strong enough to have the 9th head. That way, there would never be a god of heaven wrath and 9-headed Chi Mela." That day Longhaochen, Hao Yu, and the god of devils finally killed Austin Griffin. Hao Yu was killed as well and he left this rune to Longhaochen to help him to fix his level. That meant Longhaochen did not need to worry about his level decreasing after achieving the level of god. The god of devils killed himself and took with him his wife's last letter to find her. To some extent, he did not die as his soul was tough due to his divine level. Maybe he could find his wife's soul. After the god of devils died, the devil clan lost their leader and the devil god pillars. Their power, as said by the god of devils, disappeared as time went by. Longhaochen woke up from the coma and discussed with Agares. Agares then returned to the devil clan, organized the rest of the devil clan, and led them towards the seaside. They returned half of the land to humans first, and as time went by, the devil clan without pillars would be finally assimilated with humans. A year quickly passed. Longhaochen and Kia, Sai Meixen and Little White Folwa, Lin Xin and Li Xin, Han Yu and Wei Yang, Zhong Fangfang and Wang Yuanyuan, Chen Yinga and Yang Wenjiao all got married. Under the persuasion of Longhaochen, Bai Yu, who suffered both physically and mentally, finally chose to forgive Long Xingyu. Long Xingyu took her back to Ao Ding town and settled down in a small house on Ao Ding mountain. Long Xingyu also ended the contract between himself and the sealed divine throne of doom and slaughter and passed the throne to Yang Wenjiao. He said that he would make it up to Bai Yu with the rest of his life and that he was no longer sealed divine knight, but Bai Yu's husband. When Long Xingyu devoted his life to Longhaochen, both Bai Yu and Longhaochen forgave him. After all, blood was richer than water. After the battle, Longhaochen enjoyed a great reputation in the Temple Federation and was recognized as the first hero in human history. Within 1 year, after getting married, Longhaochen worked hard to take over the land returned by the Devil Clan and dealt with all internal affairs in the Temple Federation with the help of all 6 temple seniors. Everything was on the right track now. Then Longhaochen proposed to apply the election system to the Federation chairman position. Every 5 years, the Federation Congress would hold an election and elect a new chairman, vice chairman, and congressman, 2 consecutive terms at most. Darkness ended, but the land did not return to peace completely. Longhaochen had to continue his chairman position. Luckily, he made a scheme for his job and after 9 years, he would be completely free. He decided to take Kia to travel around the world between planes. For Longhaochen, the biggest regret was Hao Yu. 1 year had passed. Hao Yu, if reincarnated successfully, should have been back now. And Longhaochen was prepared for Hao Yu's reincarnation. Longhaochen and Kia stopped in the air and he gave out a long shout. After half an hour, 10 undead emperors gathered. Feeling Longhaochen's strong pressure, the 10 emperors bowed and greeted. Longhaochen talked to them for half an hour and the emperors left. Are they truly trustworthy? Kia looked at Longhaochen with a worried look. What if they harm Hao Yu when they find him? Longhaochen shook his head and said, You do not understand their hearts. They would do everything, even burn their fire of soul to have this world regain life. It was Austin Griffin who ruined this world. We came this time to make an atonement for Hao Yu. I believe these emperors of undead know how to calculate. Let them start their search and we shall begin ours as well. Longhaochen led Kia and they fell down on the ground. He sensed the air was filled with poison in this world of black and red inside. Ruin was always much easier than the creation. A green light flashed. The spirit god, Yi Xiaolei, secretly crawled out of the eternal diamond in Longhaochen's chest. This is the place you mentioned? Such dirty air. Can we really find him here? Longhaochen nodded firmly and said, I believe so. For Hao Yu and for this plane to regain its life, I will try my best. Yi Xiaolei nodded and said, Let's start then. You have the aura of God of creation in this armor. If there is one man who can do this, it will be you. Longhaochen smiled and said, Let's be the God of creation in this plane. Kia put her hands in front of her chest and a white lotus moved in the air, one by one. Circles of white glow gradually purified the dirty air. Within a short time, a space of 3,000 square meters and width of 1,000 meters was purified completely by the aura of domain of purification. The air has been refreshed. Longhaochen moved quickly like lightning and the earth gave out a huge sound of thunder. The black earth crashed and the cracks of lava dropped down and was sealed by Longhaochen by force. Then huge pieces of mud spread out from the sky, which was the mud of the holy demon land. The fresh smell of earth filled this space of 3,000 square meters. Yi Xiaolei's body beamed with green light and the aura of life was injected into the earth when they fell from the sky to the ground. The black earth was replaced with yellow earth and the rich aura of life was deeply rooted in the ground. Longhaochen shouted to the sky and a bundle of golden light released from him and rose up to the sky like a golden sun suspended in the air. The solid spiritual power was fixed in the sky and gave out an aura of light. At his level, the little sun made by him could last for at least 1 month. Longhaochen spread out the seeds to the ground and then water. Water fell gently into the ground like it was raining. After completing all this, Longhaochen released some holy rain's witchcraft magic and made the golden rain start falling again. Meanwhile, Eastern's king was summoned to spread the aura of life to this space together with Yi Xiaolei. The green seed grew rapidly in the ground. Under the irrigation of aura of life, sun, and water, the seed grew so fast. The tree seedlings grew deeper and when absorbing the aura of life, they gave out their own aura of life. Longhaochen picked the most lively, strongest seedlings which could grow in tough environments. After an hour, a forest quietly appeared on this land and shone in the light. They automatically purified the air in this space enveloped by a domain of purification. Many undead gathered at this green world and an indescribable emotion danced in their fire of souls. The Night of Judgment and the Witch King came hand in hand. They looked at the green land and felt a strong aura of life. They could not utter a word because of the excitement. Longhaochen looked at the undead outside of the domain of purification and said in a low voice, Austin Griffin ruined this plane and I'm here today to make atonement for him. This is only the beginning. I will speak with my action to prove to you that the aura of life will grow again in this plane. Dirty ashes and poisonous clouds blocked the real sun. I plan to use 10 years to purify the space and clean all dirty things out, and then let the real sun come back to this world. This plane is not lacking in water. The water was hidden deep in the ground by lava and mud. I believe that the moment when this plane regains life will come soon when I bring out the water from the ground and sun from the sky. I, Longhaochen, swear in my living years, will let this plane recover its aura of life and the food chain system. I will make it to work and evolve again. I'm not sure how long this will take, but all I can say is that I will do my best. How you might have reincarnated already in this world or might never reincarnate. But no matter what, my promise to you will not change. I only hope that if you find him, please hide him well and don't hurt him. One day I will fulfill all the promises and at that time please return Hao Yu back to me.
Flew.
The Night of Judgment and the Witch King flew on slowly and looked at the trees growing. They then kneeled down with one leg at the edge of the domain of purification. You are our god of creation. I swear by my fire of soul that if Austin Griffin were to be reincarnated, we will take him to you, the Night of Judgment said respectfully. Longhaochen quickly went out of the domain of purification. He held the Night of Judgment and the Witch King's arms. Thank you for your trust. I'll fulfill my promise. Now let me get back to my work. If possible, please ask your subordinates to help to ignite the fire of life again in this plane. Roger. All the undead creatures bowed to Longhaochen as the Night of Judgment gave out his order accordingly. Longhaochen looked into distance and murmured, "How you? I'm here. Where are you?" Thousands of meters away from here, on a small mountain, with a sound of stone hitting on the ground, an egg beaming with faint purple lights fell. The egg shell cracked open and a little triangle lizard head was struggling to come out.